Bin 2, Wipeout. The absurdity of a glitter-covered sign slams home the insanity of a warehouse displaying crazy types of rope. That wasn't real, right? I turn back and jerk the door open. I find the stairwell and my lungs drag in a desperate gulp of air. What? Where did the warehouse of rope go? I must be having exhaustion delusions or I hit my head. Just ignore the crazy, Sam. Running feet echo in the stairwell, meaning I've lost my epic lead. Knocking over trash, I add a couple of obstacles. Fran bursts through the door first. Fran doesn't see the junk in time and trips over it, slamming into the concrete. Fran's bad luck is good luck for Shisho as Shisho vaults over her. Shisho is my teammate, best friend and sister from another family, but right now she's my competition. Shisho locks eyes with me and yells, "I'm on your tail, Sam." I'm still in first place. I laugh at Shisho. Shisho is within swiping distance, but a surge of adrenaline demands I show off. A 4x4 beam crosses some foamy junk, so I cartwheel across it. 4 years of gymnastics happened all so I can be a show-off. Money well spent. You aren't beating me on this course, Shisho? Shisho scowls as she wobbles across the beam. Big words from the loser of the last 200-meter races. Shisho jumps and rolls off the foam, keeping my lead slim. Running over a piece of fencing, the wire jangles and pops up in front of me. My shirt snags and I end up dragging a large section of the fence. The snag gives Shisho a chance to catch up. Shisho laughs and says, "Karma served." Quiet, Shisho, and help me. With a tug, I rip some of my shirt free. I look down with a huff because the shirt is ruined. Stupid fence. With a tug, Shisho rips the rest of the hanging fabric. Your shirt seems to be a crop top now. Thanks, Shisho, I hadn't noticed. The ripped shirt now reveals the long scar running shoulder to waist down my back. I don't advertise my scar, and I hate people seeing it because they always ask how I got it. There are no epic thrill stories here. It was just a bloody, painful punishment at the hands of the people who kept me enslaved. Telling people I was a child slave usually kills conversations fast. Shisho laughs. I always have your back unless I'm in the lead. Shisho bolts, forcing me to chase her down. Several times Shisho and I hear someone curse upon hitting a dead end, or laugh as they get caught. A familiar scream echoes through the maze, belonging to our friend Cynthia, the third racer from our school relay team. The maze is tough to navigate even when we know our destination. We turn a corner and it's a dead end. Wrong turn, Shisho says. Maybe it was the first right. Doubling back, we run into Fran. Frozen like idiots, we look at each other and try to deduce where the other came from. All three of us choose the same route, and it's chaos as Shisho and I slow Fran down by chucking debris. When the debris hits Fran, it explodes in a cloud of baby powder. Our lungs burn as we struggle to breathe, running and laughing as we dodge around Fran. This is disgusting. Fran growls like an angry pit bull. Fran kicks a toaster and hits a tall pile of junk, toppling pooled water onto Shisho and me. The stagnant water mixes with the plaster already caked over my skin, sending a violent shiver down my spine. I don't want to have skin anymore. This is so gross. Reaching the stairs, we take them 2 at a time with Shisho in the lead. We dash down a hall, nudging each other for dominance in the cramped space. During the jostling, Fran slams into a doorframe and spins into the opposite wall. The collision gives Shisho and me the opening we need. We're the first to reach the cafeteria. The weather hasn't been kind to the ceiling because it's mostly collapsed. From here we access the roof via a wall lined with climbing ropes. Shisho and I sprint across the room, and whoever hits the wall right wins. All around us, guys crowd and yell. This isn't the end of the race, so the guys must be here just to watch us climb the wall in running shorts. The guys are already whistling at Shisho. Shisho seems to tick off all their boxes. In more respectful terms, Shisho is beautiful. She has night black hair, light tan Egyptian skin, and emerald eyes. It's probably her striking looks garnering their attention. The guys whistle at me too, but I don't know which boxes I'm ticking off. My height is off-putting to most guys, while others treat me like a novelty. I'm also not a stick like Fran. My hair is a flame mix of red, orange, and black, which is my natural hair color. It's so dark that light seems to dim around it. People always tell me my natural color is gorgeous. Is it self-confidence, or accidentally spilling all my mom's hair dyes together and not wanting to waste them? Nope, the reality is, I want to stand out from Shisho. With that black hair and those emerald eyes, Shisho is drama personified into human form. I need to add dramatic flair because black hair and soft brown eyes aren't drama personified. I commented on this once, so now Shisho says I have the most delicious caramel eyes. Can you call eyes delicious? I run up the wall, grab the lip, and haul myself to the gravel roof. Shisho bounds up but has to grab the rope. Shisho is shorter than me and can't get as long a stride up the wall. My long legs are an advantage, but they seem to get mention more than is appropriate. Especially when I wear shorts. Work those legs, Sam. At least they're predictable. I'm on the roof and unleash my speed on the straightaway. The finish line sits a heartbeat away and bragging rights are all mine. Chancing a glance back, I see Fran pulling over the wall faster than Shisho. That's unacceptable, so I reduce my pace and let Fran and Shisho catch up. Shisho moves next to me and we block Fran. Fran tries to dart left around me and we shift. Fran tries to push past Shisho and we block her again. Acid burns through my veins, masking the ache in my muscles. It's down to me and Shisho. My breath saws in and out, tearing at my throat. We move at a full sprint, swapping the mere millimeters that will determine the winner. I can't believe how fast Shisho pumps her short legs because Shisho makes that millimeter harder to maintain. Shisho is going to eke out another win. I decide it's all or nothing, launching myself forward across the finish line. Shisho spots me, her eyes going wide as moons. At first I assume Shisho is shocked at my winning, but then my feet slip and I hit the gravel roof. The tar and rocks shred against my skin like coarse sandpaper, and I tumble 3 times before grinding to a halt. Sam? In an instant, Shisho and our teammate Eric drop beside me. Eric's voice hums with worry. Are you okay? Brushing gravel off my shoulders, Eric helps me sit up. Eric is always thoughtful, and did I mention he's perfect? I'm smiling despite the stinging cuts. Did I win? When Eric laughs, I can't help but laugh too. You can't help but laugh when Eric does. Shisho stands over me with a cocked hip. Shisho stares in shock and bursts out laughing. You did that to win? Was it worth it? I stand up, wincing as my road rash skin stretches tight over my joints. Those bragging rights are mine, so yes, it was worth it. I doubt your win will be the hot topic on Chatter tomorrow. That epic crash will be everywhere, Shisho states. Chatter is a self-deleting messaging app integrating micro videos and comments, allowing us to post anything we want. Naturally, everyone's profiles will be filled with evidence of our illicit activities. We'll see. I won't let a slight tumble ruin my victory. Mackenzie sprints across the line and stops next to Shisho, gasping for air. Sam? Are you okay? Mackenzie is the second leg of our relay team, and Cynthia is the first leg. I won. That's how I am. I grin ear to ear. The rest of the team surrounds us to celebrate my win, and the guys even haul me up onto their shoulders. I'm high-fiving everyone in reach. The cheering cuts off and the guys drop me back to the gravel. You don't have to stop congratulating me that fast. Out of nowhere, a blistering cold presses into the bare skin of my back. I scream and everyone laughs as I whirl around. Jared juggles a sweating ice-cold beer in his hand. Nice run, Sam. Drinks are on me. Jared flashes a $1 million smile like that forgives the frostbite. It's honestly a stunning smile, but Eric's is better. Maybe. The blue label on the can makes me groan. Pabst. Are you this cheap on dates? My part-time job can't afford to pay your half of the bill. The crowd laughs, Jared's pals laughing hardest at his expense. Jared seems to enjoy the turnabout. It's the working man's beer. It seemed fitting for a warehouse. Jared's wink and good looks work overtime to try and endear him to me. So you're a beer connoisseur? I crack the can open and gulp down the bitter swill. When my lungs demand air, Shisho snatches the can and finishes the rest. Chugging cheap beer seems to impress the guys more than our running. It isn't as impressive as it seems. That's my 3rd alcoholic beverage ever, and the first 2 were with Mom and Dad. A couple of years ago, my parents gave Shisho and me beers to try. It isn't much of a thrill while your parents die of laughter because you're hiccuping. The second drink was a glass of champagne at Aunt Jamie's wedding. You're pretty good, Cyril. You can grab another from the cooler. That isn't going to happen, because it was dumb enough to drink the first one. Jared and his friends walk away, but a few of the guys throw lingering leers at Shisho and me. The party is an eclectic mix of cliques and outsiders, blending private and public Chicago suburban schools into a slurry of teenage angst. Girls like Fran shoot me toxic glares. You'd think the boy candy vying to impress Fran would make me insignificant, unless Fran is interested in Jared. That's gross. Jared is always planning his next love interest before the current date is over. Shisho shoots me a mischievous grin. Are you trying to impress the captain of the football team? I laugh, knowing exactly what Jared wants. I don't need Jared's attention. It'd tarnish my reputation. Shisho snorts. People are still talking about you breaking Jane's nose. Your reputation is already set in stone. Well, I don't have a retort to that. Eric hands us water bottles, leaning into Shisho to give her a lingering victory kiss. Eric is my best friend's boyfriend, which explains the perfect smile. If this gets any bigger, we'll have a hard time dodging the cops, Eric says. Shisho and Eric make an odd couple with her Egyptian heritage and his gap-ad brown hair and sparkling eyes. I was never jealous, but Eric makes it hard to find someone his equal. That's a tiny lie. I'm jealous. Mackenzie laughs, tossing her pixie blonde hair. Like this is any safer than our other break-ins. Our criminal behavior is going to catch up to us eventually. I shrug. We only run through places, so it's a low-level crime. You're probably right, though. We should wait at least a week before we do another break-in. Everyone laughs, but we all know another free run will happen at some point. We used to be the kids racing through a big box store while you piled things into your shopping cart. We deserved the curses and the store managers threatening to call the cops. We moved on to construction sites, graduating to actual break-ins last year. How did you do, Eric? I ask. Eric shrugs. First place. Ian and I would be 1 and 2 like you and Shisho, but a guy from Garnet High pulled Ian off the wall. Right on cue, Ian appears with our teammate Cynthia. Cynthia clutches the rope she was tied up with, and she looks entirely too happy. Ian groans as he hands Cynthia a water bottle. That guy's hands were enormous, like being crushed in a vice. Or the hands of a hairless gorilla. Ian pantomimes a lumbering ape, making the group laugh. I eye the rope in Cynthia's hands. Did you get caught? Yes, but a gentleman saved me. Cynthia winds the rope around Ian, tying it off in a bow. Ian's eyes widen with concern as Cynthia claims him, so maybe there are benefits to getting caught. Cynthia is tiny with golden locks, giving her Korean heritage some American panache. As for Ian, I can't blame Cynthia for claiming him with his flaxen hair and gray eyes. Or Cynthia could have been saved by Grant. Grant's wiry and charming like my dad. There's also Steve, the high jumper. Everyone is jealous of Steve's silky hair. It's technically not creepy if everyone runs their hands through someone's hair. Scratch that, it's still creepy. Our track team has a high quotient of cute guys. It's hard to say if sports just draw a certain type of person, or if it's the fact our school has a tuition fee making trophy husbands and wives a norm. That's stereotyping and maybe sexist, but I've been told my past colors my view of people with power. Personally, it should be normal to punch a sanctimonious rich guy in the face. I've never done that. Ever. It was my mom. A sudden shout snaps me out of my tangents and Shisho grabs my arm. Come on Sam, let's go.